obviously, I was showing you the ports before. You can put headphones, listen to it like a little music player. But you'd be surprised, you can have a party with one of these things. You might be a bunch of friends just hanging out on the street or at a little cafe or restaurant, you know, just a little local place. Or you're eating on the street, little street vendors. You put down your speaker, have a good time. But anyway, obviously, that's something that excited me. We'll keep going. Flashlights. Now, I left this kind of last because I'm going to talk so much about them. I'll try not to. But they are so handy. This is just a cheap flashlight. I love this style. The shape, I'll go into that. For like $6. It came with batteries and everything. But see how it can stand. A lot of flashlights can't do that. That means I can turn it on, sit it there, and I can use it like now. I can use it to illuminate myself. I might be reading documents. It might be really dark in my hotel or traveling. Yada yada yada. This particular style, I'm going to show you two styles. See how it's got multiple LEDs? Multiple LED lights inside. So this is great for just a simple, short, as you can see on my body, throw. It's not too bright. It has a low and high setting. And yeah, if I lost that or broke it, I wouldn't care. It only cost me $6. This was extremely handy during traveling, you know, just dark corridors, even in a hotel, dark corridors, you know, checking documents in your backpack. Something as simple as you're in the back of a taxi or a bus, you can't see inside here, you know, just lighting it up, just to check your bookings and things like that. There were a few times I went down some very dark alleys. I didn't get attacked, I didn't get robbed, but just lighting it up made a big difference. So one, I felt safer, but I could also see what was going on. And as I said, being able to stand it up and use it like a reading light. For those of you who saw episode 2 of season 1 in the Philippines, I was in an airsoft store, you know, fake toy guns. And the young lady was getting really upset because I was playing with them. And just to give her some credit, she was really nice. But she was getting upset because she said, "Sir, if you break it, it comes out of my salary." And she can't afford a 10,000 peso toy gun. So I got this from that store. This is a more high-powered type LED flashlight. It's got one big, powerful LED. Okay. The reason, just bear in mind, see that bezel, that crown? So this is made of aluminum or aluminium, however you like to pronounce it. See how the size is this in the palm of my hand, and I don't have particularly big hands, right? Obviously palm size, very lightweight, very handy. It came with rechargeable batteries and a battery charger for it. So great value. I think I paid about 400 pesos, I think about $10. But it has multiple features, but the idea is this is actually super bright. It has a super bright feature. That can even blind you or someone else when it's dark. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this last is, if you got in a defensive situation, this is not a martial arts class, but it's dark, you feel unsafe, you can back off, you know, back off. And that when it's on the super bright setting, it can really blind you. It also has a strobe and an SOS and all that. But being metal and having that crown or that bezel, you can even strike someone if you had to. You can, hey, back off, back off. So already you've stunned someone, like back off. If it turned into something where you had to defend yourself, you could even punch them. You've reinforced your fist by using a piece of metal, and you can even strike them with that bezel. I'm into self-defense and martial arts. You may be or may not be, but I'm just saying, just being able to carry a little handy flashlight like that made of metal, okay, could be really handy. As I said, I never got robbed, I never got in trouble, but very, very handy to have. Also, I did have a headlamp. That was probably one of the handiest because, again, I could use my hands, even if just looking at documents or reading in a dark place. Just having that headlamp was really handy. For me, that was just handy because I love doing outdoor activities. So I use that more, obviously, when I was caving and hiking. You know, specific things that you would need a headlamp, but just another thing to consider. Also, having good quality batteries is important. This flashlight here, because it was so cheap, came with really poor batteries, so it was really weak, and I was like, man, this is terrible. Put in some good quality batteries, obviously it's great now. And this one's rechargeable, which is awesome. Oh, and just another tip, I mean, since I've got the magazine here, this is another good defensive tip. Magazines you can find anywhere in the world, especially thick ones like this. This is actually pretty thick, bit of a better quality one. You can roll them up. And again, take professional martial arts lessons or take professional self-defense lessons if you're interested in this stuff. But if someone pulled a knife, get away, run, okay? But if it's really hard to get away or run, at least if you've got a magazine, you can hit the knife just to get it away from your body. Just hit the knife and run, okay? Don't stick around for trouble, just get out of there. But just something as simple as having a magazine and rolling it up really tight. I mean, this hurts. You could hit someone and it'll hurt. It won't kill them. But at least, again, just to hit the knife away or hit the weapon away. Just something to consider. But that was a really good tip from a martial artist friend where he was like, he likes to walk around, carry a magazine with him whenever possible. Walking around with magazines too. Yeah, okay, so what I might quickly do since we're talking about self-defense, I'll just quickly share some stories. I mean, I never got pickpocketed. As I was saying before, I love cargo and cargo type shorts. You don't always have to wear them, but it just means my things are around me where I can see them easily. So I know if someone's trying to take things out of my pocket. It's a really simple thing there. Before I forget, lastly, hats. I know it sounds obvious, bring a hat. If you're going to a hot, sunny country, it gets so hot, man, you got to bring a hat. And as you can see, if you fold it, you know, you can scrunch it up, fold it away, put it away. It doesn't weigh much, doesn't take much space. I really recommend taking a wide brimmed hat. This is obviously my little boonie. But, and funny enough, military colours are really popular in these countries, so like Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines. So this is really cool, I got it cheap. But just something brimmed, just so you get that extra bit of protection. You can even wear it in the rain, get a bit more protection. Obviously there's many options, straw hats, other types of hats, but you definitely need a hat. That one's a good example because again, you can fold it. See? You can even roll it up, put it in your backpack, put it in your pocket, whatever, but it's very handy to have. And you can get it very cheap while traveling. But I guess I might share a quick martial arts story or defensive story where some friends, I believe, were traveling in Indonesia, I think it was Bali, and I got this story through another credible friend who does martial arts with them. So, young couple, fit, young, strong, young lady, young guy, I think they were married, and they're in the bikinis, she's in a bikini, they're just at the pool or the beach, you know, so she's got the towel and she's in a bikini, she's going up to the room, and the husband was downstairs talking to reception, he's in his shorts and he's got his towel. So they're half naked, right? And she goes to the room, and one of the staff, who's in uniform, is cutting open their luggage. He's got a knife, and he's cutting it open. And what I was saying earlier, their luggage was locked up. He's cutting it open, like, you know, he got a knife. Now, you imagine this is a knife. Man, he could kill them. And she goes, hey, what are you doing? Now, she's a martial artist. She's trained in self-defense, very experienced, she's fit, she's young, she's strong. And she's half naked, she's in a bikini. But defense, straight away, what are you doing? She's challenging him. He goes, oh! There was a window behind him, he pushed open the window and jumped out. And there was a balcony, and that area had a lot of rooftops. And he jumped onto another rooftop, it was like a Hollywood movie. And she's like, hey, stop! And she's calling her husband, husband, come up quick! And he's running up the stairs, what happened with him? She says, this guy, he was cutting open our bags. And they jumped on the rooftops chasing after this guy. Just like an action movie, they're chasing after him. Now, I don't recommend that. But my point is they felt fit, strong, trained. Okay, they were trained martial artists. And they're half naked chasing this guy over rooftops in Indonesia or whatever. So I don't recommend that, but what I'm saying is they're well prepared for that. I would not recommend that. I would say, you know, great, he's out of the room. Lock the windows, call the police, you know, that sort of thing. But just having these little things that I've talked about already, you know, locking up your luggage. Look, anyway guys, sorry to babble on. The point is, they're well prepared, you know, so if you're into that sort of stuff, martial arts, self-protection, self-defense, go take professional lessons. That's the best advice in that regard. And if that helps you boost your confidence to go travel and travel more safely, then do it, you know. And also, like the things I've said before in the other parts, you know, even myself, I was very scared to travel for a long time. So just by doing a bit of research, you know, like I said, a bit of self-defense training, things to help me build my confidence so that I could go travel, well then, you know, do that. Do those things for yourself. Alright, thanks guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the subscribers and the long-term viewers. More videos coming, and yeah, you'll see the updates. There's a lot of surprises coming, so it should be good. Alright, thanks guys.